What's going on, boys? No guys here. Welcome back to another video. Now in today's video I'm going to show you how dynamic tactics work. How long does it generally take for a formation to change when you change it? What happens when you change formation in game? I'm going to go through all that good stuff and how chemistry and everything affects dynamic tactics. I keep getting this question in every single video. So the first things first, what you're seeing on the pitch right now is not what I play in game. So I play Trent in CDM. I don't play Neymar as a left wing, he's my striker. This is just purely for chemistry. Now the question is, why did I use this formation? Well, this is the only formation that I could play that can get the most amount of chemistry in all these players. Some players are off chem, for example, players like Deulofeu is on 7 chemistry. Now, you might be thinking, well, why not just not put a right wing there? Well, this is the thing. If I've got Deulofeu untradeable and he's a very, very good, exceptional player, I have to find someone else better than him to play in his position that's from the Portuguese, either Portuguese or from Serie A league. There isn't, so that's why I leave Deulofeu there and I've got him untradeable. The rest of the team, everyone is there just for chemistry purposes. For example, Cuadrado is also my CDM, but he starts in the right back position for 10 chem. If I change to any other formation, I wouldn't maintain that. Then when you go into custom tactics, okay, the balanced custom tactic is the default one. I never ever change this. So as you can see over here, what I normally do is I put everyone on comeback and defense, and I treat this as my anti-kickoff mechanic. So if my opponent does kick off first, I have a mechanism to counter his kickoff. So at least that way, the kickoff starts, at least I got a way to kind of defend against him kicking off first. If I kick off first, no problem. As soon as the game starts, I then change to one of these 4 formations. As you can see, the balanced one is just a 4-3-3. I never use this in the game. That means I got potentially 4 slots to use. Now, as I always mention, I got a defensive formation, ultra attacking formation, and basically 2 formations that I basically veer between: an attacking variation, a defensive variation. You can play a 4-2-3-1, 4-1-2-1-2. You know the gist. You watch my videos already. You know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen those, feel free to watch the video. So then I change to whichever one. Now normally, I'll be honest, because of my skill level, I can basically use a 3-5-2 the entire game, and I would very rarely lose the game, just because that's my skill level. But some of you guys, you might, if you're a pro player, you might could just use one formation the entire game and laugh at everyone. If you're maybe like in Division 10, you might struggle using a 2-5-2 even for 5 minutes. So the key thing is to change. Now, when you change to a formation, let's say the 3-5-2, if I press triangle, look, I'm pressing triangle. So look here, going back. So I can choose any formation I want. Let's say, for example, I want to play, let's say here, a 4-4-2. Okay, now watch. I press triangle or Y if you're on Xbox, right? See at the bottom? See it say swap play over here? See that over there? That means if I press that, I can now move players in different. So I can put, for example, Ronaldo in centre back. The new method. No, I was joking. You could play Ronaldo in striker. You can play whatever you want. So for example, if I'm playing a 4-4-2, I'd want my 2 strongest players in striker. I prefer to have, for example, Trent in CDM. So I might move Trent there. And that's just the way how roughly I'll kind of line it up. And if I want to, I can fine tune some things. Maybe, for example, I'll play Fred in centre mid, and then I'll play Rashford there. So the key thing is when I move these players, let's say, for example, I move Neymar from a left wing to a strike position. Does he lose chemistry? No. Whatever his chemistry over here is, see, it's 10. If I go into dynamic tactics and I move Neymar, for example, in the 3-5-2 to a striker, does he still get 10 chemistry? Yes. If I sub someone off, so normally, as you can see, Fred, I don't play him in centre back. I play Trent and Cuadrado in centre back. I then have Fred as a left centre back and I sub him off. That's the key, I sub him off. So let's say, for example, I'm in the game. Now, Fred has 10 chemistry. You see, he's got 10 chemistry because he's got a link from Neymar, Cole, and he's got the Bruno, and he's got a link to Rashford, and he's got the green link. I sub on Henry. Now, the question people ask is, if I sub on this guy, the sub, does he get 10 chemistry or does he only get 5? Well, this is the thing. All subs have 5 chemistry. So when I sub him on and I play him there in game, so obviously it's not like this now, but in game, let's say when I sub him on, he'll be playing at left centre back on 5 chemistry. Every single sub that comes on will have 5 chemistry. The question is, well, why would I want to sub him on? Well, this is the thing. I can't fit him into my main team because he's got these unorthodox links, right? But I can have him, I can maintain 4 chemistry in my entire team, 98 chemistry, almost 4. And I can sub this guy with 99 agility and balance, 93 sprint speed, almost 99 jump in, top tier stats. Why would I not want to play him? Of course, even if I couldn't sub, even if I was on 4 chemistry, I'd still sub him on because that good. So all subs have 5 chemistry. So remember that. So it doesn't matter where you move anyone where, they will still get that chemistry. If you sub them off, then they will get chemistry of 5, the person that gets subbed on. That's it. There's no this person gets 10 chem if you had 10 chem originally and sub someone else on. It doesn't work like that. 5 minutes in, so you got a couple of minutes before, so I can speed through this. I don't want to waste any more of your time. Okay, next thing is when you change to a formation, I normally change in the middle. Now, depending on what formation you're changing to, like if you change from attacking 3-5-2 to a defensive 3-5-2, it takes a shorter period in theory. If you change to a 4-2-3-1, it might take longer with a different 4-back system. The best rule of thumb is, if the ball is anywhere on the pitch and the game is in play, normally after I would say about 15 minutes to 20 minutes in game time is the latest the formation. So let's say you start off, you're playing, because don't forget when you start off the game, you'll be on this balanced formation. Remember the one that we start with, the 4-3-3. Let's say I then change to the 4-3-3. Oh, let's say that's bad. But let's just say we start off with the 4-3-3, the one for chemistry. Then let's say I change to my 3-5-2. The formation won't change generally after 20 minutes of play unless the ball goes out of play. If the ball goes out for a goal kick, corner, throw in, set piece, foul, red card, yellow card, sub, anything, any set piece, any break or play, a free kick, anything, then the formation will change. So every single time the game resets or there's a set piece, the same way how kickoff ends as well, the formation will change. So bear that in mind. So if you keep changing formations every 5 seconds, it's not going to make a difference because there's a transition period between each formation. If you change from a 3-5-2 to the 4-3-1-2, you're not going to go into instant 4-3-1-2 fast but up play. It will take some time for the formation to change and then it will go. Otherwise, if you kick the ball out of play, it will change straight away. If you pause the game, it still won't change. And the pause will only initiate when the ball goes out of play, and therefore it would change automatically. So people think if you pause the game midway and that little bar comes up, it means your formations change. No, it doesn't. And that is how formations work. So what I would do is I'll have the best team that I can have on the pitch for chemistry. No matter what, I don't. If that means I've got to put Trent on 4 chemistry, it doesn't matter because no one is better than Trent at CDM. Trent and Davies, 2 best CDMs in the game, 2.5 million coins. Do him, you will thank me later. Trust me. These two guys, I can't afford Davies yet, so I put Trent there and I play him in CDM. Then I change to one of these formations. So as I said, I've set them all up. So for example, here I got Neymar on striker. In a 4-4-2, I got Neymar on striker. In every single system, I got Neymar on striker because he's one of the best players. Apart from my defensive formation, because I prefer Neymar on the wing sometimes. And that's just basically how it works. So you can have basically any 4 formations. If you want to put, let's say this ultra attacking, it doesn't mean it has to be ultra attacking. These are just names for these slots. You know what I mean? Think of this as slot 1, 2, 3, 4. You haven't got to play, for example, an ultra attacking defense. If you want to, you can have a defensive formation. You can have, for example, a 4-2-3-1. You can have everyone on comeback and offense. Just because it says ultra attacking doesn't mean you have ultra attacking. Sometimes I might go into a game and I might only use 1 slot, or for example, I might have 4 attacking formations. Generally speaking, when I go into a game, I have like 4 attacking formations because I don't need a defensive formation for my style of play. So it doesn't matter what these say, and you can choose any formation as I mentioned. If you want to play, let's say you start with a 4-3-3. If I want to play, I don't know, let's say I want to play a 5-3-2, I can go ahead and do it. I just press triangle or Y, as you can see, swap play over here. And then I can start moving players up. Neymar was on 10 chem, he still stays 10 chem. Ronaldo stays on 10. And Rashford was on 7 chemistry, remember? I normally play Rashford as a right wing back, so I normally do something like this. I probably do something like this. Then sometimes if it glitches out, just back out like that. So if it glitches out, press circle, then press Y again. Because sometimes you try to move someone, they don't move in the right place. And you can move everyone in slot. And then once you're finished, you press circle, you press circle again, you press circle again, or if you're on Xbox, it should be a B, I think. And then you press save changes. And that's it. I'm pressing no because I don't want it to save. And then it will save. So when you go into the game, use the D-pad button and you change your tactics. As again, you'll have 5 tactics because you'll have number 1, the balanced one. This is the form. You never want to use balance because that's your kickoff and kickoff tactic. Then you have ultra defensive, the first slot, defensive second slot, third will be the balanced one, which is the one I selected. Then you have attacking and ultra attacking. That is how dynamic tactics work. So essentially you set up the tactics yourself, and this works for offline as well. The only difference in offline is you don't have to worry about these chemistry slots. If you're playing like online seasons or you're playing offline, it doesn't matter about the starting chemistry. That's not the end of the world. But this is the feature that's implemented because before FIFA 19 days, you had to actually change formation in game manually. Can you imagine how long it was? I found a screenshot some time back. Since the video is going to come towards the end now, I thought I'd show you just in case. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering about the formation video this week, I'm working on a 4-3-1-2. I have an issue with my thumb right now, so I can't really play too much. But I do stream on twitch.tv/NilGuides. Haven't streamed that much, but once I work on a formation, I'll release it. My tactics haven't changed as well one bit. I found this video. So let me just tell you a quick funny story. Oh my god, that's not what I wanted to show you. That's the wrong thing. What did I want to show you? This one here. Oh yeah, I do have Twitter as well, twitter.com. So this is the tactics that my team used to be called Cry. Cry is free. It's a long story, but anyway. When I used to play at uni, so when I played FIFA 13, 14 onwards, I didn't play that much because I was at uni, trying to enjoy the uni life, of course. But I had this is some of the old tactics that I used to use. Now, these weren't my specific ones. I used to actually write down each tactic for each formation on my phone when I was playing against my mates. But when I was just playing very casually, I remember I used to change to a 4-1-2-1-2 wide or 4-1-2-1-2 narrow. And I used to use 70-20 organized. So that means that I was very quick. Passing was quite short, but people were very organized. And then what happened was, generally speaking, in the final third, I'll have passing, lots of passing options, least crossing options, shooting options a lot, free form, 70, 60, 60. I used to use the offside trap myself manually. Those were the days. Sometimes I'll actually have the passing on 50 because that way you start off a bit more wider and then you become more centralized in the middle. But generally speaking, this is the way I used to use because these tactics used to work for most formations. So that's kind of the way that I used to do it. So this used to be my all-around, all-formation. It's kind of a trip down to memory. I think this is FIFA 16, I think, but this is like a trip down to memory lane anyway, in case any of you guys are wondering. But that's the old school way. I like these tactics better because you can do like, just having your positioning to be organized. Like imagine playing like a 4-2-3-1, very organized, very wide, and then free form in the final third. You can't do that anymore, but that's just kind of how I used to play. But anyway, guys, that's the video on custom tactics. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget I do stream on twitch.tv/NilGuides. Don't forget my Patreon is still active, of course. Patreon.com/NilGuides if you want to get better at FIFA. But thanks for watching, boys. Take it easy, and I'll catch you next time. Peace out.